Περάσουμε τώρα στον εκπρόσωπο της ΕΛ, τον κύριο THIERRY. Η ΣΕΛ συμμετέχει στην ΕΠΑ Αττικής. Θα έχει ένα ενδιαφέρον να μας πει αν βλέπει και περισσότερες ευκαιρίες επενδυτικές στην Ελλάδα.
Thank you. Let me introduce me. I'm THIERRY GRAUWELS, and I'm indeed part of the board of EPA Attiki. I will take a few of the general themes that have been mentioned today in my speech as well. I have heard a lot about partnership. I think it is very important. I think we have also talked about dialogue. I will mention that as well in my speech. And I will also mention the need for a stable regulatory framework that was just mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me to contribute to this debate. It is crucial for the future of Greece, and the timing and the topic could not be more opportune. I'm also very pleased to be part of this excellent panel with a few familiar faces that brings quite some experience to the discussion. As a quick reminder, Shell invested in the EPA Attiki distribution company around the same time as ENI did in 2000. Further on, we increased our partnership in EPA Attiki in the middle of the crisis, and we have now 49% of the participation. We have a pretty strong relationship and partnership with DEPA in that situation. Today, I would like to talk about three important things. I would like to talk about how gas could contribute to the Greece economic future. I would like to share the Shell perspective about what it does mean for Greece. And I would like to raise some of the challenges we face and how we can seek to resolve these challenges. But before moving forward, I would need to present you these cautionary notes. For the one that are used to Shell slides, this is standard slide which basically says that you should not trade any Shell's shares based on my speech today. First, the role of gas. Gas is flexible, its supply is abundant and diverse. Its range of uses are actually increasing, also in Greece. It's efficient and a competitive fuel. For example, here in Greece, the price of gas has reduced over the last 3 years, which is well in advance versus the drop in the oil price. So for Greece, gas can be a means to transform its energy system. The diversity of gas supply is expected to increase based on all the projects that we have heard today, the TAP, the LNG regasification terminals, or the interconnection with a neighboring country. At Shell, we do welcome these developments. They could help position Greece as a major hub for the region, helping to modernize the Greek energy landscape, and thanks to its competitiveness, bring additional economic benefits to the country. It is now well accepted in Europe that gas is crucial for the transformation of the energy system. But I need to stress a few of the challenges. I would like to share with you an overview about the key requirements that are needed to ensure this future. Let me take an example which is close to my own day-to-day job and probably relevant for many of the stakeholders here today. International investment in gas infrastructure, and in particular in the gas distribution company here in Athens. These investments face new uncertainties, as it was mentioned by my colleague from ENI. Together with the authority, we need to reduce these uncertainties. Let me explain a few of them and see what could be the possible solutions. Let me start with a small but fundamental improvement that is required to the existing gas law. We see as a critical improvement to be able to establish a framework that could carve out the supply company rather than carving out the distribution company. This is supported by the shareholder of Air Partiki, and it is a small but very fundamental change in the law in order to have a more stable framework which would be more optimal in terms of cost, which would be easier to implement, which would guarantee some job security, all in all for the benefits of the end customers. I'm seeing some good development in that direction and very pleased to hear about that. Let me go a bit more into the details about the clarity of the gas law implementation now that the gas law has been voted. First, our ambition is to work with the authorities to define the balance between the speed and quality and between the art and science, which will define the future gas law implementation. In the short term, we need to clarify the distribution tariff for the current eligible customers, which would help to provide competitive prices to all our customers. The distribution code and the tariff code are also a highly complex subject that needs to cater for the actual physical characteristics of the local network. You will clearly realize that Athens is not the same as Thessaloniki or Thessalia, and that different weather pattern, different history, or different customer portfolio means that a one-size-fits-all is probably not the realistic. Any delay in implementing the law would certainly affect the meeting of the 1st of January deadline. On the other hand, any rush will jeopardize the long-term sustainability of the market. The implementation of the law will still need to clarify the rules of the game on the supply front as well, but I need to be very clear on that front. At Shell, we take competition law as a very important aspect, and it's a key priority for us. Having increased access to the gas release progress is key for Air Partiki in order to be able to achieve a competitive price and to be able to pass on these benefits to our customers. We cannot ignore the long term. We all need the clarity about the future revision mechanism for the future investments. As well, a well-designed regulatory framework should prevent uncertainty about potential under and over recovery. This is crucial for both the investors and for the customers from the market. Let me add a final point which we probably need to address with the competent authorities. And I think it is a relevant point for all the participants of the panel today. It is about safeguarding the initial and future investment in the market. For example, Shell was granted a 30-year license, exclusive license, back in 2000. We have further increased our participation in the company at the peak of the economic crisis. We have, just like ENR, significantly invested in the network, in the people, and have created and contributed with additional know-how. We have established an excellent relationship with our local partner, DEPA, where we have complementary skills in order to develop the gas market and the economy. We believe that our investment in the Greek economy is protected under energy charter treaties. In our experience, reducing the risk that I was mentioning earlier and creating a long-term stable regulatory framework is probably the best way to attract future investment in modernizing the energy market. These matters are no doubt in the mind of policymakers and the authorities, and we are willing to contribute for that discussion. At the moment, I see a lot of positive developments. I have noticed and welcomed the willingness of among stakeholders to resolve the uncertainties above. It is therefore time to demonstrate concrete results. That will require strong involvement from all sides, and Shell is willing to participate actively in that process. In view of the number of projects that we have been talking in Greece, the role of gas seems undisputed. We welcome the recent efforts of Europe to support the gas penetration through the subsidies enabling the end customers to get access and to connect to the grid and increase the densification of the network. This is a good start, and we hope that the local municipalities will have the same view and support this kind of modernization of the energy system. In conclusion, I would like to stress three key requirements that are needed for gas to contribute to the modernization of the energy system and to fuel economic growth. As I mentioned, a very small but crucial adjustment of the gas law to enable an efficient unbundling process, a significant involvement for all parties to clarify the gas law implementation, and the protection of the international investment to attract the much needed future contribution. From our side, we are willing to contribute to that process and at the same time continue to ensure the safe operation and competitiveness of pricing to our end customers. Let's all work together to achieve this goal collectively. Thank you very much.